adjust it over right a little bit. I think this covers it. I'm crossing my finger that this is not going to fall off in the middle of our consult here.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Or itself.
Um.
And then angle it up, or will it be?
Let me see. That's probably a better idea. Wooden tripods. Don't need that. I don't think there is a mod for tripods. Ah, that works too. Good there. Is it still recording? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright. Riley, Jing,
Yes.
Ellie. You can sit here.
Okay.
That's no problem. Now you just chill up and wander away.
Yeah, he's curious because everything going on over there. He's very curious. So when something goes on and he's held back, he has to go find out what's going on.
Give me a kiss? Okay. Good boy. Okay, so what, I know we have a couple casual conversations already over the phone. However, for the purpose of the video, why don't we start off of you telling me a little bit about Riley and your, and that's Riley,
Yes.
and the problem that you're seeing, you're encountering, and the difficulties you're having. Why don't we start there?
Okay, so with Riley,
Mhm.
the issues we have is he's always been a good dog. We introduced him to people
Uh-huh.
and other dogs at a young age as soon as we could.
Right.
We had him introduced, so he has done pretty good with dogs, but then he's always had an issue even from a baby that when we divert his attention, when he is doing something he wants to do and we don't want him to do it, he gets aggressive.
Okay.
So that's been the issue with the aggressive tendencies, only toward us.
Okay.
So it happened a little bit when he was younger with treats. So we stopped giving him the treats because he would sit here on the couch and stare at us and then not want us to get near it.
Mhm.
The food bowl, he's fine with. We can touch it, pick it up. He almost wants us to feed him. He's fine with it. He doesn't care whatever we do down there, but it's when a treat. He actually had issues where we'd give him treats
Okay.
and he would whine
Okay.
and cry. If you want us to hold him, I can hold him too.
Oh,
He's kind of just wandering.
that's fine.
But he would kind of like it all because he didn't want to. We did research. He didn't want to eat the tree. He had nowhere to bury it, and he felt he had to protect it, but he didn't want it this time. So, but then if we tried to take it, he was aggressive.
Okay.
I don't see that anymore. He's not.
So that's kind of gone away, but we're not giving him as many treats as we used to.
What kind of treats are we talking about here?
More the long-lasting.
Okay, so like bully sticks,
Yes.
figures. Okay.
Something where you have
Knuckle
to take.
bones.
Yeah,
Not
something
the
that's
little
going to
tiny
take a few
ones,
minutes.
not the training traits.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So the ones that he can actually sit down and enjoy
Yes.
the chews, and
Yeah.
those are the ones that he came to be. Now, when you say aggressive, can you kind of describe that? Is that snarling?
He would
growl?
snarl, and if once we got within striking range, strike.
Okay.
And
He'll
that was
actually
an aggressive strike.
go
He's
out.
always been a biter, and
There's
I've
no
been
doubt.
hoping that the puppy phase
Come here, Riley. No.
taper
Come
off,
here.
and it has a little bit, but he's still prone to bite.
Okay.
Not so much people, but like when it has to do with obedient.
Mm-hmm.
When he doesn't
And-
want to be obedient, or he'll bite.
And then he, let's say he gets mad, so he'll do something, and we try to, if he gets a sock, can't take it away, he'll get aggressive.
Okay.
Um,
Now, does it look like he's playing with the socks, or
Yes.
he's,
it seems somewhat play, but then it's like I said, he wants you to chase him, but then it feels like an aggressive move.
What makes you think that he wants you to chase him?
Like, my wife will be upstairs and he gets a sock, he'll run. If she doesn't follow, he'll come back and look inside the room.
And if you just completely ignore it, what happens after?
He'll come and play with it and chew it up.
Okay, so you will see the head like.
Yeah,
Kind
and
of
he'll chew it up, but
shake
he
it off.
does want you to chase him.
Huh.
So partly it seems like play, but partly it's if we just grab it, he'll grab. And actually, the only other person he bit was my brother-in-law
We talked about that.
because he was staying at a house, and I told him it was kind of a new thing, and I told him not to, and he did it anyways because he has dogs, and he got bit. But it wasn't no stitches, no nothing, just a normal like this where he punctured a little bit. But now the main issue, like I said, the main issues are that aggressive where it causes a really tension in the household because when he gets that aggressive, it's pretty crazy, you know?
Right. I'm pretty sure, of course. Hi.
Yeah. So, and it's hard to get him to break out of it, you know? And
Now, besides your brother, have you seen anybody else try to take anything away from him, or you always kind of just stop your guests from doing that altogether?
the only person is Matilda's staying with us. She's visiting us for about a month. She's been here a couple weeks.
Yeah,
She's been around dogs, so she'll take things, and he hasn't shown any tendencies. He hasn't tried to snap at her yet, and she's right out of the mouth.
Oh,
like he got a lime out of nowhere. We don't know where he got it. I threw it in the trash, and I was going to go get a treat to trade, and she just walked up, here's a lime. But if I do that, he'll latch on, and so that's why I avoid it.
Okay. What's your friend's name again?
Matilda.
Matilda.
You want to come in, Matilda?
I'm Matilda. Hi.
So she's had dogs too, so she's comfortable with dogs, so that's why she didn't worry. She just kind of went in and...
So when you tried to take things away from Riley, did you do anything else like exchange, or do you do anything
No.
different? You just go in and right away
Just take it.
Just take it, and he seems fine about it.
Not with us.
Interesting.
So we do an exchange. And anybody else like that's tried it, he gets aggressive. Paper towels, socks, anything he gets that he knows are forbidden,
Okay.
that creates an aggressive.
And tissue paper probably as
Yes.
well.
Mhm.
Anything that he gets a hold in their mouth.
He
in
runs,
his
and
mouth.
if we catch up, he is very aggressive. And he's to the point where if if he's on the couch and I throw a treat to that side, he'll drop the paper towel and watch the back. And if he's halfway to the treat and I grab the paper towel, he'll come back to strike him.
He'll lunge out now.
How far would you say? Like,
I would say like right here. So this is about what, 4 feet. If he's 4 feet away from me, he'll try to jump over 4 feet.
So he will actively watch over
Yes.
the thing that he
Yes.
has
You
in
can
possession.
demonstrate it. To the paper towel.
But the main aggressive right now that we're hitting is the going to bed. Every night, it's an aggressive nature.
And you do have to have him sleep in the bed,
No.
or
Well, he sleeps in the crate upstairs.
Upstairs. He doesn't
Okay.
sleep in the bed with us now.
okay. Oh, so when you said the bed, it's your bed
It's in this.
Yeah.
We have another crate next to the bed.
next to your bed,
Yes, it's
And-
an identical.
and he gets onto your bed and tries to
Yeah.
get him off, or what?
No, we just walk him into the room.
Uh-huh.
Well, we were having an issue where when we walk him in the room, he was going under the bed, and we couldn't get him out. He was aggressive.
Going under the bed.
Yeah. So she had a body pillow, and it going
I
across, and we
blocked it.
shoved it in, and
Can't
that's
get
cooled
down.
him for right now. He doesn't realize there's two other sides yet. You know, but right now he tries to run in the same side, and he gets baffled, and so we just pick him up, and I try to put him in the cage, and he won't go in. We were doing treats for a while, but like I said, it was starting not to work because we'd take one of the board treats, throw it in the back, he'd run in, that'd be fun.
And you close the door? or
Yeah.
what?
And then we'd close the door behind him, and
Do
then
you
he'd be
usually
fine.
close the door on this one as well?
Yes, for dinner. Every night when we eat dinner, we throw a small treat in there. He walks, and we don't even need to throw it. I just grab the treat, he'll run in the cage, turn around, and sit down.
I think too because we release him shortly after we finish,
Right.
and so maybe he knows that going in there he'll be out soon.
Right.
Whereas up there he knows we're going to bed.
Okay.
You know, so I don't know.
So there is a
That's the
difference
difference.
between the two cages. But if I try to put him in, see, here's the thing. I tried a few times when he'd be really bad to put him in there, and if he's getting disciplined going in there, he won't go in there. But if he knows it's dinner time, he walks right in, turns around, sits down, puts my treat, and he's perfectly fine.
Now, when you say disciplining, what do you mean like that? You mean like when he's doing naughty things, you want to do a
Right.
timeout, shove it in there,
When he's
close
biting
it.
on us, sometimes he'll want to play. He'll start biting, and we'll say no.
And when he gets aggressive, I haven't been using it for a while just because of it's too hard to get him in there. So that was more when he was younger.
Uh-huh.
He would try to bite and get all aggressive and get crazy. So I would just try to grab him out of his nature and try to get him in there.
Uh-huh.
And that was really difficult. So we got a recommendation. We did a small puppy class, which was just a normal. And one of them said use like a glove so that you don't get hurt. Well, that became, so I used the UGG glove. I put that on me, and he actually, I
Punch
have
it through the glove.
a
Yeah,
scar
through
through the glove because then the glove became an aggressive thing where if he sees it, he'll fight it.
Does he still do that now? Is
Yes.
he just hanging a glove
Yes.
right in front,
He'll
right in
want
front
to
of
chew
his
it.
face?
He'll want to chew
Yeah,
it.
he
He wants
gets
to chew it,
aggressive.
or
Yeah,
he gets
Yeah,
mad?
he'll want to chew it.
he'll try to attack it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see growling or snarling if it's just
No. He does not get like
just,
that.
Just
No.
complain. Just complain. He'll
No,
start.
that's
growling.
different.
Oh, that's more playful.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. So just out of curiosity, so when you put in the crate, when he turns around, well, say that one, when he turns around and bites you, after that does he stay in the crate or bites you and run out of it?
No, he
Run away from
he
it?
tries to get in, but we block him in. And then right when we close it, he aggressively barks and tries to lunge out of the cage with his paws. And it's a very aggressive, like, it sounds vicious. It sounds like if he was big enough, he would kill us. I mean, it's like that vicious sounding.
I'm sure.
And it's the only time I'll ever do that. Because like I said, he's like this
And this happens every single night.
right now. It started getting worse. Because when he was a puppy, we could get him in. Then it started going bad, so we tried to treat. He started not following that. Now we're trying this. And now it's an aggressive nature putting him in the cage every night.
Okay, so what's your main concern of not having him in the crate?
Basically, he will not let us sleep. We've tried it.
So he'll go onto your bed and bother you guys?
Yes.
He'll go on the bed, or he'll start.
And he
Getting into
actually
things
did
and
use
he-
the potty once or
Or
twice.
he'll pee somewhere.
Oh,
He doesn't
okay.
try to, yeah.
But then if you shove him in the crate, of course they won't.
Yeah, he's fine.
They won't be where they sleep.
Yeah. So those are the main things: is that he tears things up, he gets into everything, and he doesn't let us sleep, and we can hear him rummaging around the room all night.
But you said this crate is fine, right? And
This
every
crate's fine,
time
but we
all the
can't
time.
leave him down here. I don't think. I don't
I
think
don't know if we've tried. I'll leave him down here, like, if he's acting up and I want peace or something, or I'll put him in there and I'll take a shower in the morning or whatever, and he's okay down here, but I think he knows that we're gonna come down. I don't know if we've tried leaving him down here overnight. He may hit the crate for a long time, because he hits it, like, open up, open up. So, and I don't know if I can handle that noise either.
Oh yeah, that's so the little lever here.
He knows that's where you open
So
it up.
he
hits
sends
it.
his paws, it goes pop, 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 pop.
But I would thought that the crate right next to your bed would be even worse if he's.
Yeah,
It
he
is,
does it
but-
too, but he gets very vicious, and he does it for just like a minute or so, but if we ignore him, he dies down, he goes to sleep. He lays down, he knows it's time for bed, he just puts up a fight every time.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
So he's smart.
yeah.
Every night.
But see, look, he's not scared of
He's
it.
not
I mean,
scared of it.
He's totally fine with it.
Yeah,
he walks in,
it's not a bad place.
and I've come home from work, and he's laying in there.
Awesome.
So,
So he loves it.
So I don't know what it is
So
with
that's
upstairs.
It's just that. It's just that. Huh?
but it's when we put him in there when it's not his choice.
Mhm.
That's what I'd say. Like I said, if I bet you, if I picked him up right now and tried to put him in this cage, even calmly, he would attack me,
Mm-hmm.
and his nature would change. Do you want me to try?
Better.
Okay.
I think. Well, of course, I trust you, and I think I know what you're talking about, and let's try not to piss him off. Just for the purpose of this.
He's
that's
because
not
he's
necessary.
pushed us to actually research like shock collars to find something. But I researched
Try
that. No, I didn't try it. I
Okay.
researched
No.
Okay.
because they said that they actually make it worse. But I was thinking I need something to snap his brain to make him stop. Because I've had times where he gets so bad that I've had to just like get him outside and he'll turn around and he'll keep lunging at me trying to kill
Challenges
me.
him all the time.
Yeah. Where he snaps into this mode where he'll get really aggressive. And yeah.
But if you just pick him up right now, he's not gonna do anything.
I can do whatever I want with
Yeah,
him.
he's good.
What?
It's like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He fails again.
See, he can go upside down. I can touch him.
Right.
He loves me. I can touch his face. He doesn't do anything. That's what's crazy about him. He has
Right.
two personalities. And two, here's the other thing. He'll be vicious, and I put him like this, and I just come up, and he'll lick my face. But right when I set him down, he's aggressive again. But when he's in this position, he's perfectly fine.
When you said you set him down, he's getting aggressive again.
Like, if he was in aggressive mode,
Uh-huh.
and I grab him like this, he would go from aggressively licking my face. But if I don't break his attention and I just set him down and he was still aggressive, he would come back at me. Does that make sense? So if he's in an aggressive mode and I pick him up to do that to calm him down, he would be all aggressive, then he would sit in the position, he'd be calm for that time, even lick me.
But when you put him right back down,
he would still be aggressive and come out if I don't hold him for long enough.
how long is long enough?
It varies. It varies on the crime, basically. If he gets really aggressive, it could be 10, 15 minutes. For the most part, it's only a minute or two.
So
As much as he challenges me, I find out of everybody pinning him, I can pin him the easiest. Pin him to the side. I barely need to touch him. I can almost hold my hands over top of his body without touching him, and he'll stay there.
And so you have been doing that.
Pinning has been what?
We've been all doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pin him to the side.
Yeah, have him on the side, laying down.
How long have you been doing that?
Pinning has been since he was young.
Okay.
Yeah. It finds it's the only way to break him because we just can't take it, you know. He's attacking, we just stop, you know.
Once he starts getting in the biting mode, it's hard for him to snap out of it.
Riley.
Now, during the daytime,
Riley.
Get down, baby.
so during the daytime, if say, I'm just hypothetical thinking, if say both of you go to your bed, right? And then I'm assuming he will go up onto your bed and bother you guys?
Yes.
If the gate's open, a lot of times we don't allow.
Did you see the baby gate at the bottom of the door?
I didn't.
No, he needs
Yeah.
to. There's a baby gate down there.
And we had to put that table there because he
Climbs.
found a way to go through the bars.
This one?
No,
Yes.
no, down here.
No, he went through those one time.
And then jump off?
Yeah, jumped off. He did once.
He had it. Okay, we had a fence here before. If he broke through it, he ate it up. But he had a sprained ankle, he had a cast on, a cone, and he jumped up here and jumped over that fence. He's crazy. Yeah, but he finds ways of getting through the baby gate, so we keep all the doors shut up there. But he doesn't go through the baby gate when we're not home, because there's no reason for him to. No one's up there, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, another question for you. Is that all the occasions that he shows this behavior, like this snarling and growling?
He's starting to get, as he's got older, we have not been taking him to the dog park as much.
Okay.
A lot of it is because the pet owners we get tired of dealing with. There's kind of a club down there, and they're kind of snobbish and not the nicest. And
Which one? The Fremont
Yeah.
right next to the shelter?
Yeah. And they can sometimes there's crowds of nice people, but sometimes they're just like a whole little niche of people, and they're kind of annoying. And so we got tired of taking him down there. But even before we stopped, when we took him to the second, we had him signed up for a second set of dog training. We ended up having to get a refund because he hurt his ankle.
Oh, okay. Because of this accident.
No.
Yeah,
No, not that. No.
No, he didn't sprain his ankle jumping
Oh,
over the
not
fence.
this one.
He had one
Okay.
already. He had a
Okay.
cast on when he did that.
No.
So that's how crazy he is. But no, he was showing dominance issues at the park, even at the dog training. We took him to the dog training, and it ended up only being 2 other dogs in the class. And they were both 50-pound dogs. And the one dog, from what it looked like, and the dog trainer explained that the one oldest dog took control of the class, but he was going, breathing heavy.
He's going.
No, the
Oh,
other
the
one.
other-
The other dog.
And then he sat quiet, submitted. The other one submitted, but then he got tired of it, and he mounted the dog from the back, and the dog turned around, and he went, "Rrrr," and he tried to take control.
Okay.
So he got aggressive. So he's showing some aggressive signs. He plays with dogs good, but he's showing some dominance issues of wanting to dominate the other
So
dogs.
he growled at the other dog.
Mhm.
Yes. Wanting to dominate
Did they have a fight?
No.
Never.
At all?
Mm-mm. The other
They
one
got
submitted.
separated. Yeah, the other one submitted.
What did the other one do?
He just turned
He
around.
just turned around and walked.
Just walked.
I think he walked.
Yeah, walked away.
And
He didn't try
the
to
trainer
challenge.
there was just like, wow.
They just resolved.
Yeah.
A lot of times dog fight, they just resolve by
Yeah.
themselves.
So.
Well, and watching the dog whisperer on other shows, we've seen that not all aggression is bad. I mean, they teach each other things.
Exactly.
So you got to let them work it out. But he does show examples of what we see and wanting to dominate some of the other dogs and being charged. So.
All right, and it sounds like this happens every evening when you put them back.
Yeah, right now.
How do you be managing that? You just kind of go along with it?
Most of the time, if I get him the right way, I just clench my fist, let him bite down, and he doesn't pierce the skin. And I just hold his collar, and then I just grab the gate, and then Kelly will try to distract him, and once he gets distracted to her, I just...
It takes both of us to get him.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
then and I just have to close quick, and if his paw gets caught, I just try not to pinch it, and I just hold it there until he pulls it out, and then you lock it, and he'll go...
I know, but we're going to have to figure out another system.
Yeah.
Because
It's not, yeah, like I said, that was last night. Actually, I was bleeding from 2 spots last night.
Wow.
Yeah,
he gets
right
some-
here, and right here. And that was last night. And then
This
this
is all getting
was
into
the
the
other
stage.
night. Yeah, so...
Wow. And this is all from that.
Going to
Yeah.
bed. So if you have any suggestions,
But nobody believes us because they need him.
what do you
No, I totally believe that'll happen. I've seen dogs like this before.
Yeah, he's like I said, he loves people. We have no concern about having guests over. He will not attack a kid. He'll not attack a person. You can, they can grab him, do whatever they want. He's used to it.
Mm-hmm.
We made him used to it by just touching him everywhere so that he would not have it. Because we were worried about having an aggressive dog. Because we wanted to continue to have people over to our house and not have to worry about a kid being out of eyesight and the dog attacking or something.
Right.
So we tried everything, but he's just, yeah.
Now, at night, have you tried giving some, treats that last longer to get him into the crate? Would he go there and just sit there and chew on it, or no?
I haven't tried that. That may be a good one.
You mean like a Kong?
Like a Kong or a bully steak or something that he can chew for a longer period of time instead of just a treat toss in there. He can just quickly snap it and come out.
Would that affect his digestion, like waking him up? Because that's another. Because even on the weekends, still, he's not always letting us sleep in. Like, okay, we wake up early, so our alarm goes off 5:45 every day.
Uh-huh.
On the weekend, he's up at 5:45 slapping the cage a lot of times.
Get up, it's time to get up, you're going to be late for work.
Because that's your normal routine,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's your normal routine.
And sometimes he'll let us sleep. He'll wake up and we're just like, go to sleep, and he'll do it for a few minutes and he'll succumb and stay in.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes what we're worried is that if he has more in his system, that maybe he might need to go. And he's like, I need my morning poo. I gotta get out.
Or it makes him thirsty. Bully sticks I don't think are good.
Does
because
it
they get
usually,
thirsty.
what's the first thing that, well, let's talk about this. You want to describe his normal daily routine, though, if it's different between weekdays and weekends, just let me know, but as specific as possible. Like, when does he wake up, what's the first thing he does while he's waking up, and, like the normal daily
Yeah,
routine.
we have a good morning.
Exercises,
We only have
schedule.
like an hour with him in the morning. So,
No, she does. So we wake up 5:45 and you take him down. I only see him for 5-10 minutes.
yeah, I see him for like an hour then.
So he wakes
Because
up
I come down in the
5:45.
morning and, get things started for the day, lunch and all that, and then I take him out, he comes back in. So we have an hour together before I leave, and then he's,
So it sounds like you leave around 7 o'clock, 6:45, 7
yeah,
-ish.
7.
She leaves about 7:15.
7:15.
I leave about 6:30 at the latest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she, like I said, she comes down, takes him out to go to the bathroom. He
Mm-hmm.
pees and sometimes poos at the same time. If he doesn't poo, then she'll take him out again.
Yeah.
And then
During the hour then.
Yeah.
Just that hour, yeah. And then we leave for the day.
Do you feed him? Do you
Oh yeah,
as
feed him,
well?
yeah. Yeah, we feed him his food and water, and he'll stay in the kitchen while I'm getting lunch ready for the day, and
So you put the
Somebody's
bowl
with me.
down and you leave. Kind of like that.
we fill it up. We leave the bowl down
yeah.
all
So
the time.
it's
So
so
it's
it's
free
good, yeah.
feeding throughout the day.
But we keep it within. He eats less than the allotted amount
Mm-hmm.
on the bag.
Is that okay?
You know how they tell you if your dog's this old,
Oh,
this
okay,
big.
okay. The suggested
Yeah.
amount. That
He
So we-
eats less than that,
We
so
give him
we just
one
give him.
serving for the morning and then one serving in the evening when we get home.
Yeah, he only eats 1 cup of food a day.
Yeah, we don't put the whole day's worth in the.
So if you put more in there, it just turn out you left them over.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't eat at all. So.
So we feed him twice a day and just let him eat it whenever. But
I think for the most part he's sitting on the couch sleeping when we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So-
unless he tears the rug like he's done here.
Oh, yeah,
So
this
I had
is-
to cut that all off. He tore it all up.
Oh.
And he'd shoot the corner of the ottomans. He's doing the normal puppy things that I'm
Still,
I-
right now?
yeah,
I'm assuming, yeah, he does that.
So choose the carpet, choose that edge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Sometimes the kitchen, the table. 'cause
He
it's wood.
started.
And then on the couches, on the bottoms, on the corners.
Like these ones?
Yeah.
And this is all new. When we first started leaving him out and about, he didn't damage anything.
Mm-mm.
And it's the last month or two he's been damaging more. No, you know what? No, he hadn't. He started with the carpets in the kitchen. He would unravel them.
Yeah, because we had little carpets in the hallways here. We got rid of them all because he would, and I didn't want him to ingest, eat it, and so I got rid of the carpets because he was tearing them up. He was flipping them over and tearing them up. So we had to get rid of all that.
What are you looking for, Riley?
Okay. So how long is he staying home alone then? When you come back?
It varied. She used to work 8 hours, so it'd be about 8 hours because she works close.
4 o'clock, 5-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's not. I've been more half days, so I've been coming home around 1. So
Oh.
it's been better.
Okay.
But he's still doing his thing. We come back, I walk in and I'm wondering, okay, what did you get into today? And I look around to see what's tore up. And today he was fine, but Matilda's here right now, so we have a third person here. So,
Matilda's home all day? Most of the
She varies.
It varies in and out.
So it kind of in and
So
out.
it's another person, and it's a distraction for him too, I think. So, and if he's doing something, she'll discipline him and make him stop. So,
How often do you exercise? So
well,
once you come back at around 5
yeah.
o'clock.
So my day varies depending on it, but what I started doing is about 2 to 3 times a week. I've been taking him for about a half an hour run, a good run, about a couple miles.
Couple miles,
Yeah,
2, 3-ish,
yeah, because
around 5 o'clock, right?
yeah, because it was getting tiring dealing with him. So I thought,
exercise.
motivates good exercise. I'll just go start running him. So I put him on a leash and I just get out the door and I start running. Take him down to the school, just way down there, run him around the track about 5 times and run him back.
Now,
So
is that being better than the...
he's
He's
only
kind
good
of-
for like an hour because he's dead
It's
tired
a
for an hour.
It's a temporary relief.
I mean, since you started this running routine,
No,
has he gotten better on other things?
no, he's pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It does give a little bit of a relief because he will. I mean, he's not as intense in bringing the toy up against your arm and wanting to bite your arm and play with him and things like that.
Mhm.
So you say it's still there, but it may not be as intense. But it hasn't solved anything.
Oh, okay. And it's just solving anything you're talking about here. The batting issue, right? And I'm
Yeah.
trying to avoid the word aggressive, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's your main
Yes.
concern.
But as of right now, it is. But it's that's mainly it.
That's my friend.
You want to fix that one? Okay. So the after the run, when you come back,
Yes.
well, what do you guys usually do? Just sit here and just
In the
let him
eve-
wander around?
Yeah. In the evening, he just wanders around and spends time with us.
Okay.
So it varies. A lot of times, once he's tired, he'll just sit right there. He likes it right there. He's near us. He's on the floor. It's cold. He does sometimes like to be up between us, so he'll sit between us and we'll be on the couch, and we just watch TV or whatever we do. And then if we go over to the computer, he'll come lay right at our feet at the computer over there, and then he lets us know when he wants to go outside. He just walks up to the door and turns around and looks at us.
For potty?
Yeah, and we let him know, and he'll go out as he normally go.
Does it always do that every night, or only sometimes?
No, he always lets us know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the night potty.
Yeah, well, we
He
let
always-
him out regularly throughout the evening.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, he's
So
not out.
whenever he's out there,
Yeah, we
So
let
it's
him out
open
and he'll
door.
go do his thing and come back. Sometimes he'll play out there, but he always needs to go. And then he actually will tell us the difference between pee and poo. Because there'll be a different stance he'll take when he really needs to poo, and you can tell.
okay.
So he'll let us know, but he likes to, come on up. He will definitely let us know. So he's out in the backyard, like I said, multiple times a day.
And when do you go to bed then?
Huh?
When do you go to bed? When does the battle start?
The battle starts, it varies, but we go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And that's when the battle starts.
Are you good without me? Is it okay if I make a phone call?
Yeah? We could wait for a minute? Without telling? Yeah, go.
Sure.
Sounds like if he's having behavior issues, what you've been doing is put on the side and time on the crate, right?
I have not been doing the time out on the crate for a while, though. That went away because it was just too much hassle to...
But you still put him on the side for now, right now. Do you still put him on the side when
Yeah.
he's doing naughty things?
Yeah.
stop the timer?
It's been probably 2-3 months.
Oh, 2-3 months.
Yeah, it was a while ago because when he was a baby, it was easier because we got him when he was 7 weeks old. So he was a little
Tiny
4-pound little thing. Now he's over 20 pounds.
Right. And
it was a lot easier to get him in there and deal with it. And we wanted to train him from a young age, but then it's too much battle. And it's not as needed anymore because we stopped giving him the treats. When we do give him long-lasting treats, it's normally, if we decide to give him one, it's like a special thing for a dinner. When we eat dinner, we'll pop and close the cage and let him eat it and not bother him. That way, there's no issue.
Okay. And that has been working well, right?
Yeah, he doesn't get aggressive.
During dinner time.
Yeah, and stuff. And it varies depending what he's ate that day, depending on what we're going to give him. Like, my wife likes to give him some apples and fruits when she's cooking, because he likes to sit in there, so she'll give him a little apple or something. So she'll kind of give him some things, some fruits. So if he hasn't got too many extra things, then yeah, we'll give him a longer lasting treat. If not, we'll go ahead and give him just like a smaller treat or something.
Okay. And right now it's just the 3 of you in the household, right?
There's 2 of us in the household normally. She's here for just 1 month. Yeah.
And when's the last time you went to the vet?
I think.
Last time you caught me? Like
I think so.
2 months back?
Yeah.
What was that for?
That was because Riley went to the dog park and someone was sitting there, so he wanted to say hi. He jumped up on the bench. We think she got a little nervous and was like, so he kind of tried to jump off. And I was near, but I didn't see everything. But basically, his paw got caught in the bench and he fell off and it hung him on the bench. So I picked him up and got it out.
No.
And we took him there and they did x-rays and it was not.
Okay, so that was the sprained ankle you're talking
Yeah. But he does like the tease, see? He's still not. He still likes to bite
That's how
us.
he gets our attention.
No.
He gets our attention by biting us.
No, see? No. And this is, if it gets too aggressive, this is when I pin him.
That's
Because
when
it'll
he gets
get,
pinned.
because it'll escalate. Hey.
No.
See, because then he'll just bite her, and then he bites me. No. See? No.
He
No.
doesn't like no.
Do you want me to demonstrate? Yeah?
Fine,
No.
he's being okay right now.
He's okay right now.
Stop it.
He doesn't like discipline.
Any kind of discipline. He hates the finger, because I go,
No.
Riley.
No,
Riley.
Don't give him
No.
that then. No.
If he sees, like, if I go like,
No.
If you go to the finger,
he doesn't like it. No.
is this what you're describing?
No. This
Oh.
is mild.
This is mild.
This is playing more,
Yeah.
but it gets to, he escalates. This is not the cage. The cage is,
It gets
this
to
is
the point where he won't
but this
stop.
is annoying right here, because
He won't
we're
stop.
sitting and he'll bite us on the arms while watching
So
TV.
this is where I won't touch him. I'm like, nope, you don't get love because
So this is the annoying part we want to solve. That's the dangerous part we want to solve.
Of course.
Yeah.
which we're hoping that it's a puppy stage, but I don't know.
9 months at lessons.
But this is, yeah,
Almost 10.
this is Hannibal because he's not going to puncture.
How hard is bite?
Not
Is
hard.
it hard
He normally doesn't
No.
cut me.
It's very
He
annoying
normally
though.
doesn't bite. I mean,
Of
bite is
course.
hard to.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
He doesn't want to be touched.
okay, do your thing.
Now, is the paw all right now? There is no. The
It's fine.
vet says
Yes.
it's perfect.
Yeah, it's fine.
perfectly
Mhm.
fine. It's
Yeah,
not.
he doesn't.
I've been running him.
He's good.
He
There's
shows no pain.
No limping, no nothing.
No extra, because she said look for after you exercise him, does he, show signs of like wanting to favor it or
Yeah.
rest and more? And no, he's showing no signs of any injury from it.
Okay. Well, tissue as well. I'm just going through.
Because he also got a skin infection. That's why we were in early.
Yeah.
He had the cast taken off earlier than
Yeah.
needed because all the skin up his arm
It
was
was all
wrong.
infected, so yeah, take the splint off, and then he had to get ointment on it. So
It's all fixed now.
Yeah, all that's
Yeah, I just want to make
Yeah.
sure there is he's not in physical
No.
pain that's
No,
causing
he's
this,
not.
but this has been
Now
happening.
you can touch it and everything, like I'm touching it right now. He's like fine.
Now, does he play tug?
Tug? Yes.
Yeah, but we try not to
Oh, why is that?
because we don't want to encourage his aggressiveness because it makes him aggressive.
Okay. Does he bite you anyway?
He will if he gets too close.
So if you play tug and then you stop,
Get your toy.
he'll run and bite
Get your toy.
Bite your hand.
just to play more.
Okay, so he.
Yeah,
he'll-
Yeah,
he
here.
uses his mouth.
Yeah.
Everything is teeth to get us to focus in on him and to play, and so once we stop, he'll come over and try to get us to. I don't know. I've been since he
It's
was
not an
little.
aggressive bite, it's a play bite, but it's very annoying because you're sitting there watching TV sometimes and it's like you're tired and it's like, I don't want to play.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it does sometimes, it's been working. Because he gets used to a normal sound and then
It doesn't look like he's so much interested in this one, though.
he really likes it.
Oh.
He's sitting chewing it for probably half an hour to an hour today. He just loses interest. We did make the mistake of getting too many toys for him, so we've been kind of lessening it.
Uh-huh.
Because we had a whole basket and he'd just go in and pull them out. And,
Yeah,
I know.
I know. You
Draw.
gonna sit?
Hey.
Come down here. Come on.
over here. Why do you have to be over there? Huh?
One of the biggest thing I want to ask you, so besides the nipping at your arm, trying to get your attention, that you find yourself, needing to correct him or trying to discipline him, is there anything else that he does that you feel like you need to cut him out? Besides playing with proper toys, I guess. Anything else?
I think, we'd like to get him to a point when we could control him when guests come over, because there are certain guests. We almost have to make sure guests are good with dogs, because as you can tell, he jumps over everybody.
Right.
And we'd like to see less of him jumping on people
Okay.
and more of him waiting and coming up and just, being a little calmer. He will eventually, when people are here, be less calm, but still he'll get up in people's faces, and not everybody's comfortable with that.
Right.
So we would like to be able to control him on that.
So that's another
Yeah.
occasion that you will have to discipline.
Yeah. And the playing, like I said, does escalate to more aggressive playing when he gets mad if we don't respond. Like the nipping, he'll jump back on the couch and then jump back. And it'll get more and more aggressive to where it's still probably playing, but it's more... And that's where we have to discipline him, because he'll bite stuff, and then when we don't respond, he'll go to the couch and he'll look at us and growl and bite the couch because he's angry. And so he'll bite stuff when he's angry that we know he's not supposed to. And then the other thing is he will run under the table. That's his safe zone. Run under the
When
table.
he's gonna get in trouble, he'll run underneath the table.
Okay.
That's his safe zone.
That's like a protection for him.
And then do you go in and grab
Oh,
it
yeah.
now?
No, I don't. What I do is I chase him out, and then
Oh,
he'll run this way, and then I block his path going back there,
Oh, okay.
so that
You
he
used
can't
to
get
grab
back
him
there.
out. You used to grab him
Yeah.
out. But
Now I can just get him out, and he'll run back, and then I'll block it. And when he tries to run, I can get him and then pin him if needed.
So curious.
So you mentioned that you've been through one class, right? One
Yes.
puppy classes. How old was he there during the time?
He was 3 months. What?
No,
No.
7 months. Like
Oh,
something
7
like-
months.
6 or 7.
I
I
lose
think
track
it's
of
like
time.
7 months because he had to have all his shots and all those things done.
It was a month after all the shots were done.
I see. Yeah, that's probably around that time.
Yeah, so whatever that was, when he had his final shot.
He had all the basic obedience where.
Yeah, basic stuff. He can
But
sit.
it was a big class, about 20 people, and
Holy.
it
Yeah.
was a teacher in the middle, and not much personalized, more walk the dog, do this,
Just how
do
to do
that.
the basics, you know.
Such as sits downs.
Make him walk to heel position,
Okay, loosen
sit
fall.
down, come to
Showing
your
us how to
command.
walk him, like if we're at a park when there's other people, and how to heel, and you know.
The teacher showed you how to put your dog's stay in a certain spot?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sit, stay,
Okay.
and then walk away,
Okay.
and then come here.
Okay. Has that been working? I mean,
He
if you
is-
would have wanted to do that.
We're,
at home.
we're working on that now more
Uh-huh.
because we're wanting him to sit and basically be told to like enter and, you know, like if he wants to go upstairs, he has to sit and we have to tell him
Mhm.
because before he would just run up.
Mhm.
So we're working on that right now. He'll sit for the most part if he thinks we have a treat in our hand.
Or you put a banana in his face, he'll
Or a banana,
flip over,
you know.
do a
He'll
circle.
do everything.
He'll fly.
Yeah, whatever he needs to do to get that banana, he'll do.
But we're working right now on him sitting, like when we leave to go to work, not to follow us to the door, sit, stay, and we leave. And he's actually, by the way, he's been doing that. So, he's been doing better with the sit and stay.
Mhm.
Yeah. And we started off as a puppy when he come home because you get it. This is our first dog. We got overly excited when he got home. And he's excited. So now in the last couple months we've been coming home and waiting for him to calm down. Until he calms down, we don't.
We don't even acknowledge him. when we
Yeah.
walk in.
Oh, good.
So,
And it's helped.
It's
helped
good.
a lot.
Yeah. You should always encourage him to calm behavior. So
Right.
so your return doesn't become a dramatic
Right.
scene, and then now
Well,
causing
and
your
even-
leaving become a dramatic thing too.
Yes.
Because he loves people so much, even when we have guests come, now I'm telling them, you know, he's in training and just ignore him. Because
Awesome.
everybody wants to touch him because he's so soft, he looks
And
like a
so
muppet, you
cute.
know, he's so cute. So just please just come in and ignore him and, you know, just keep going into the living room and
Great.
it makes him calmer faster. He still gets excited and he'll
Uh-huh.
still jump on the person like
Right.
he did with you, but it makes him calmer. He doesn't, because before he would pee because he was so excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so everything's better when he's calm.
That's good.
But it's helped,
That's
it's helped. We're trying, you know.
You're doing a great job so far. I mean, not so far. In general, you're doing a really
We're
great
doing
job.
what we can.
You're doing a really great
Just
job.
The bedtime is the hardest.
But a lot of it is, no matter how much you read online or do things, there are certain things that are just, it's hard if it's not your thing. Like, I'm a painter by trade.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not a dog trainer, you know, so there's certain things where it still gets difficult.
Mhm.
Because we've done as much research, did the thing, and that's why we did the intermediate class, because we met the trainer in PetSmart, and she was like, do this intermediate class, and then we canceled it because he got injured, and we just said, you know what, and that's when they recommended you, and it was like, you know, let's try something else.
Mhm.
We want something to work, let's try something else.
Yeah.
In-house too. Because a lot of times when you go to obedience classes, those things definitely help, especially giving some stimulation as well.
Mhm.
Trying to figure out what you want them to do, and be more obedience. But a lot of things, they're really, they're feeling driven. Like the putting in the crate doing the bedtime thing. I have a feeling that obedience is not going to be very helpful
Mhm.
with that, because it just feels like he just hates it. Hates the fact of being locked into the cage while away from you when he
Yeah.
really
Yeah, and
wants
in the
to get
daytime
to
too,
you.
because if I get off work early, I'll sometimes nap, and he'll nap with me on the couch. So he's used to being with me.
Exactly.
Up there, he's not. He can jump on the bed, but if he does, he's got to get off, and he's got to go in his cage. So he's just being stubborn.
And if he's not in the cage, he jumps on the bed and bother you guys.
Or he wanders around the room, and you hear in the darkness of night noises
Yeah.
of him doing everything. Of
Yeah,
him
he's
ruffling through.
mischievous. Yeah. It's like he's just a little kid excited that I'm awake and I can do whatever.
Right. I'm not tired.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys are doing, I'm not tired.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little kid.
So right now, I'm just trying to recap a little bit. So right now, it sounds like your main concern is in the bed, and you also have concerning of people taking things away from him.
Mm-hmm.
You're also concerned a little bit about obedience when people comes around. You want to be able to have him under control,
Mm-hmm.
so that he doesn't bother the guests who doesn't
Mhm.
like dogs.
Mm.
Try to be calm in general,
Mhm.
right? So those are the four things. Now, out of the four, can I assume that the bedtime thing is the most important thing? And what would you like to see? Like, can you kind of articulate what you want him to do exactly? Just quietly walk in there, lie down.
We have a friend
And
that has a dog, and he says, cage. And the dog goes, and go right into it.
He brought his dog over to
That's
our
what we
house,
want.
and he walked in, and Riley was still younger, so we had him in the bathroom still as a baby because he and stuff. And so we were going to bring him down and introduce them. And before we did, he walked in and he goes, "Oh no, I'll put my dog in the cage." He walked in my house in a cage, and his dog walked in our
And
cage.
sat in the cage. Yeah, that's what
Do
we
you think you
had.
can do it with this one?
No, this dog.
Cage.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta teach him the word cage
Yeah.
because if we threw treats in there, it's a cage. Cage. Maybe he'll get caged down.
But that's the
So-
thing is we'd like just to be able to go to bed and say either just some kind of word, go to bed, Riley, and he'll just walk and go to bed and we close the cage and we go to
You
bed.
want to go in the cage?
That's really what we want.
You want to go in the cage?
The simplest. I don't want to have to force him in. I don't want to have to battle. I just want to say go to bed, and he goes to bed.
Yeah,
And keep my
let's-
skin
let's
on.
of course. Let's try to think a couple alternatives here. So if I'm telling you that even if we are going to train that to happen eventually,
Mhm.
in the meantime, now, is it okay to see he sleep somewhere else that you believe that he can quietly sleep and comfortably sleep, or he has to sleep right next to you?
No. What if
No,
You mean-
I
about
hear
that?
other options?
We
I'm
can,
just trying
we
to.
can try doing down
things.
here and see what happens.
But you've never tried any other. way,
Well,
right?
no, we tried.
Or how necessary.
Okay, so here's the thing. If we put him outside the room,
Uh huh.
and then we close the baby gate, and he's just free down here, he'll do everything he can to get in the room. Slap the door. He'll break through this
He'll
gate.
bark a little bit. He'll cry a little bit.
He'll cry, and he'll scratch the door and bang it.
But I don't know if it will continue all night because it might be something he'll do for maybe 5-10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. That's something we can try because he'll start doing it and then it's just like, oh my goodness.
So unless he's in the room with us, yeah, we've tried a little bit, not full board, but we've tried a little bit, and he does not like being separated from us. If we're sleeping up there, he wants to be up there.
Yeah, he usually likes to be where we're at.
Let me think.
Unless we put the cage in a different location upstairs in our bedroom. But I don't think that'll make that big of a difference.
But I don't mind trying something new. Yeah, I mean, we're basically, if it's going to work, we're willing to make the effort.
And you block the bed, right? Now, if he's willing to go under the bed and sleep there, are you okay with that?
No, because he chews and he
Oh,
chews
chews
on
the-
things underneath the bed. I had to clear out everything under the bed because he was getting
He can't go
into
to sleep because he's
boxes and then he'll be gnawing on something and it's too noisy and then I can hear him walking through the room. So he'll wander throughout the bedroom and then I'll have to be like, okay, did I put everything off the floor? Because he'll take and he'll chew stuff up. We could try doing that and making sure everything is picked up off the floor. I'm scared about electrical things too because he's chewed cords before.
Of
So
course.
I'm not going to go unplugging everything up in the bedroom because he's roaming the room at night.
Right. He probably will chew through the cords.
Yes, because he's Curious George with everything.
Mhm. Let's talk about the chewing behavior just a little bit before we come back to the bedding, okay? So I do have a feeling that he's under-exercised
Okay.
throughout the day and during weekends, even in the house. Right now he's quiet, that's good. But I do believe that more stimulation will be really good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I do recommend playing tug. Now, some trainers said tug is a bad game. Never play with a dog. Tug of war because that train them to be aggressive and all that.
Mm-hmm.
With simple rule implemented, and as long as you can follow it, tug is a great game to play with dogs. There's a lot of energy involved. Great stimulation, and satisfy their chewing behavior a little bit. With the toy, with the proper thing instead of arms.
Yeah.
It's a great game to play with them.
Mhm.
So if you like, I think we can start implementing that and teach you what
Yeah.
those rules are, and let's start doing that. And hopefully that will tire him a little bit better, so he won't. The reason that he's tearing out the carpet, tearing out your floor, chewing on the table is just because he's bored.
Yeah.
I really do
I think so
that
too.
he's bored. He's trying to find something to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that feels good, enjoyable, and satisfy this kind of a little bit of nipping, chewing behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So tug of war is the first thing I would definitely recommend.
Okay.
And are you okay with giving me cones?
Cones?
Yeah. Have you been doing that?
Not now, but we actually, one of the probably reasons I'm not giving them is because I ran out of the Kong spreads. But no, we have Kongs, so
You still haven't.
yeah, we just need to go to the store and get stuff put in. I guess I can put cheese
And
and
then
things
this
in it.
one is the only one we've. No, it's not this one. This one didn't work. We thought this is for a bigger dog than him,
Yeah.
and he found a way to get the treat out within
Yeah.
2 minutes.
So then he's chewing on this humongous hard
So
treat.
we
and
got
it's
the
like
red one, which is like
tighter.
no way in that works, but he slobbers it all up and puts it on our lap. Yeah.
Like-
Telling him that I'm done. Please
No,
refill.
he
No,
wants to hold it.
He wants us to. He
He
likes
puts
to have it with
he
us.
puts his treats on our lap now, so we'll hold him like this, and then he can really get at it. And he knows that he'll throw his bone in my lap, and he'll look at me,
I think he
and
got
because
his,
he wants you to hold it, and you just sit there with a bone,
That was
and you
his
can watch TV, and you'll just
Yeah, but
You
that
know,
was a
but-
bad habit. I think because when he had the cone, when he was going, he had gotten fixed. He had his, fixed, and then he got in the accident. So we had a cone on for a good amount of time, and he couldn't get his chew toys. So we'd hold it for him.
Oh, I see.
So I think that's what happened. He got into a bad habit, and he likes us to hold his treats.
Mhm.
So
If you don't, he's done nipping your arm.
yeah.
no, well,
yeah.
he uses his paws now to hold it,
No, he'll get mad.
But he'll
You know,
still come
yeah.
over and he'll lean up against you and he'll chew his toy on you because he likes to do that. Good,
Hey,
so.
you have an issue with that?
I
Yeah,
don't have
that's
an issue with that. That's
chewing
fine.
toys.
The
I
main
got
is just holding it, and what was it? I think somebody said that holding it may be bad because then it's like I think it's because it's a dominant thing. Like you're.
Dog. I don't think that's really necessarily a
Oh,
dominant
okay.
thing. Dogs are smart. They basically just try anything that works.
Yeah.
If this had worked in the past, if you holding it make him feel that it's more stable, it's easier to chew, it works. It worked in the past. It's working now. He will keep on doing it, and every single time it works for him, it just kind of reinforce that behavior and make the behavior more strong. So
Yeah.
next time when it comes to this chewing, like urge, and he'll remember, hey, I remember my owner used to hold it for me, and that worked pretty well. So he just bring the chew toy to you,
Okay.
and then surprisingly not,
And he brings
you
this
start
to us.
holding it, and he said, hey, I knew it's gonna work, and it worked
Yeah.
again. So every single time, every repetition, just
Yeah.
strengthen his belief that okay, whatever I'm doing here, I'm doing it right because I'm getting what I want.
Yeah.
Want this? You want that? No?
No, I want the cell phone.
He likes the blanket. He likes the blanket.
That's his blanket.
Yeah.
See, he'll come up and sit, and it's like, oh, good boy. Oh, so good.
See if I covered everything.
We do
Yeah.
throw the ball to him every day in the house, so he'll bring us. When we see he's getting like antsy, we'll pick the ball up and we throw it against the door, and he'll run and get it, come back, throw it, bring it back, and we'll try to exert some energy with him
Uh-huh.
doing that, and then we'll change sides, throw it over to that wall.
Okay.
What
And
is
that worked, right?
That will slow him down for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
give him a little exercise.
okay.
Boy.
Yeah. So sounds like he's just a little bored and does want some exercise. And if you play with him, when that urge goes away, he can be just a perfect dog there.
Yeah, but like I said, he still doesn't want to go to bed,
Yeah, of course.
even when we've exercised him.
Of course. So right now I'm just trying to see it there as a way that he will have enough stimulation.
Yeah.
He'll be more tired during the night, so that when we actually have to put him somewhere away from you, he'll be ready.
Okay.
Calm. He'll be calm down in there. Also, I do suggest having a stuffed calm in there when you put him in.
Okay.
But that's probably not gonna work if you just do it right before you go to bed, because that might eventually associate the con with him knowing that he's gonna be separated from you guys for another 8 hours. So we'll probably need to start during the daytime when you can be there, when he can go in there and chew on the con, and when he's done with it, he can really come out. So it doesn't start
So shut the
quickly.
gate, shut the crate.
For now, I'm not suggesting to doing that during the daytime. During the day, I'm not suggesting you to do that, because what we want to do is we want to convince him that you're free to go in. It's okay. When you go in, there's yummy cone in there.
Mhm.
Feel free to enjoy as long as you can, and then when you want to come out, come
So
out.
we need to lock it in because what he'll do is just run in
So,
and grab
So
it.
that's-
yeah, he'll take it out. So we need to
Oh,
somehow
so
tie
grab
the
it and come
Kong to the cage.
Yes.
That's what I read on the internet today.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just was doing some research on that. So we tie it to there, so he has to stay in there and eat it, but then leave the door open so he doesn't hate the cage.
Exactly.
It's not a trick.
So I think the behavior that he's showing right now
Mhm.
comes from when we were doing the timeout with his puppy. Now, of course, he wouldn't want to be separated, and he doesn't like, no dogs likes timeout online,
Yeah.
right? So when this punishment goes on, he gets mad because he doesn't want to go out. He doesn't want to go in.
Mhm.
That's just what he's trying to express. I don't want to go in. I hate it because every time I go in, I'm separated from you guys for a good 8 hours. You know, I want to be with you when I'm not here. So that's why he's showing this upset feeling of me that I'm going. And also that's why he's trying to avoid. So like you said, if you put a pun in, he'll just grab it and leave out because he knows every time you go in, it's a separation.
Yeah.
So we need to start. We need to rebuild the confidence in him, and good association between him and Cage. Now, a quick question: does this Cage look exactly identical with the one above?
Mhm.
Same
Okay.
brand, same color,
Same bedding.
Same bed.
size.
same
bedding.
size, same everything.
Yeah.
Found it at Ross, bought another one at Ross.
Yeah.
They were a good price.
It's the right size for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the place to buy dog stuff because that dog stuff at PetSmart is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's way cheaper there.
Yeah. So chances are you do need to do this exercise throughout the day
Yeah.
instead of just go
Well,
right in.
So what I was thinking is this: like we come home and sometimes we're watching TV. So instead, maybe we go tie the Kong. I'll go tie it or she'll go tie it. We won't let him see it, and then we'll walk up to the room. Maybe take him up there with us. Get on the bed, keep him off, let him find it, and just eat while we watch TV and let him eat.
Yeah.
Oh, you
In
have TVs right
Yeah,
now?
we have.
Great.
Well, and I was
So we-
thinking too, maybe in the morning when I'm getting ready, because I usually leave him down here and he'll whine a little bit, and I go upstairs. Maybe I should do it in the morning too, so that has that when I'm
yeah.
You
getting
tried
ready.
feeding him inside the crate?
Like his bowl of food?
No.
Mhm.
I should try that. It's not like he's gonna grab the whole bowl and just
No.
run away from the crate. You
Yeah.
can try. So
Yeah.
what we're doing, what I'm suggesting here is try to reassociate good stuff
Mhm.
Yeah.
with the crate,
Right.
adding value to the crate. Now, it's not gonna dramatically change in just one day, okay? Because
Right.
we've been putting him in the crate as a punishment, as a timeout, for a good period of time. So he's already having this idea of going into the crate as a bad thing. We're just trying to kind of see if we can tilt the lever a little bit, start building good relationships. We're not forcing him, or try our best not to force him inside the crate, and see if eventually he start liking it to staying there. Now, during this time, you will need to reinforce him every single time you see him going into the crate. Either this one or the one on like in your bedroom. It doesn't matter. Any time he goes into the crate, you want to reinforce that. You want to acknowledge that. You want to praise that. If possible, give him treat too, food treat too. And then we can also have some. Because you said you went to a puppy class. Did they teach you how to put him on down?
Yeah. Lay down.
Yeah, lay
Yeah.
down on the belly. Have you tried when he's in there trying to ask him to do that? Would he do that inside the crate?
Yeah, I think so. As long as he's not angry.
Mm-hmm.
If he's happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I went and got a treat right now and I put him in there for like dinner time
Mhm.
and I had him lay down, he'd lay down,
Oh, okay.
and then I'd hand him the treat.
Okay. But that's only during dinner time. Like
Yeah.
throughout the day, he's kind of just.
Yeah,
"Whatever
he'll
you
lay
say,
down.
I'm not here.
As long as I can get him to listen and focus, he'll lay down. He'll sit and lay down. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we can also strengthen the obedience a little bit. So to increase the chance of him being quietly sitting in there. So that should definitely help.
Okay.
During nighttime, definitely give the calm a try. Now you don't really have to buy those sprayed into the cone thing. I can give you a couple of recipes to manually do the cone and different difficulties to get them to like it, to increase the difficulty so it takes them longer to get
Yeah,
that food out.
because the Kong spray, he gets to it really fast. He just licks it all out, even if
Yeah.
it's frozen.
Yeah, yeah. So right now, try this. You want to give his meal in the cone.
Okay.
He gets dry kibbles, right? I was
Yeah.
assuming. Right now, for the beginners cone, try to just throw some of the dry kibbles in there. Give it to him. Let him figure out the way to eat all of it. Once it's done, you want to be very careful. When you take away the cone, does it show the dress like this?
Nah, with the Kong, not anymore.
No.
Because the thing is, he's associating those kind of long treats with us holding them, so we're allowed to touch them now.
Oh, okay.
For the most part, there hasn't been that kind of went away but it's anything he feels that we can hold like a Kong or something to help him, then he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but if he felt, it's all the approach.
Okay.
I'd say there still is an issue. For the most part, we can take it away, but if he could sense that we were going to take it away
Of course.
forcefully, then no, he probably would get
Got
aggressive.
it. Got it.
So I'd say that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say definitely try the cone. We can try it if you have time. We can do a first cone and see how good it is, if at all, and then we can go from there. That's as far as the going to bed during the night time things goes. Taking things away from him, that's a completely separate issue.
Yeah.
I think he's also having he might also have a little resource guarding issue going on there. Before we go further, does he show this growling, napping, snarling behavior if he has nothing in his own possession? There's random locations. Does he seem to guard any random locations, random people, and just anything that he has in possession, right? Yeah, he might also have a little resource guarding issue there, and it's for your sake. It probably need to be trained off as well. Now that one, I wouldn't suggest you to do it. I would suggest I do it.
Okay.
So that way I can watch for the little changes in his behavior and know how far to push.
Okay.
It's harder to teach you to do it when you can read all the body languages, all the signs, because this is the thing that you want to make sure he's happy and calm every step you go. So if you want to completely get rid of that I have to do it. Now, in experience, if I'm doing day training, meaning if I come in here about 3 or 4 times a week, it'll probably go away within 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Okay? So that's usually how long it takes. Some dogs are faster, some dogs are slower. There's just no guaranteeing dog training.
Okay.
But that's the thing. If you want to get it over with, I would strongly recommend me doing it. As far as when you have friends here, you want to make sure that he doesn't go bother your guests. And that's just pure obedience. That I can give you a plan if you can follow it. I can teach you how to do it. And you can probably do that on your own.
Okay.
After just maybe one or two sessions, me teaching you how to do it.
Yeah.
For that, can I say that our goal maybe is for him to calmly stay on this mat of his, lie down, calmly stay there until your guests come in, and then do you want him to greet the guests at all or no?
I'm fine with him calmly greeting the guests.
Not jumping on them.
Yes.
Okay.
Calmly greeting, I'm okay with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty calm so far, right?
Yeah. But it takes some time.
It wasn't that bad. I don't think
We kind of control them, but if we let him go,
right. You were holding him.
Yes, he
he'll
will.
jump and flip.
And we have some friends that aren't as comfortable with dogs, and they come over, and he's all over them.
And some of them are like, oh,
Yeah,
and get them all
yeah.
worked up, and then it's like, so I gotta train the people.
Yeah, of course. That's always part of it.
So it just goes to where he gets overly excited and he jumps on everybody when they come home. I mean, he goes up to the door and he sees a car and he's just waiting, like, come in the house, I want to play
He's
with
not
you.
barking, he's just waiting. Come.
And he'll sit there and wait, and he's all excited. And then when they get to the door, he's already whining, hitting the door, wanting them to come in. So we're trying to back him up and sit him down and everything.
And I think that if you add enough stimulus throughout the day, that'll probably wind down a little bit too.
It does, like I said, the half an hour run does help.
Yeah.
We'll try to do more tug of war and get him.
And calm.
Yeah.
We actually find that a short drive, actually is very helpful.
He likes going in the car.
Oh,
He just.
Because
Yeah.
he gets, what we do is we allow him, because he'll stay there, and he'll sit in the back seat for a short drive. For a long drive, we took him to the beach one time. That wore him out. He was out cold.
Just the car ride.
But we have a harness we put him in where he can sit in the seat, he can move around, but he can't go too far. But for the short ones, we'll just let him go in, and he'll sit in the back seat with his feet on the back seat, and on in the middle console, he'll put his paws, and he'll sit between us and look. And we find when he gets home, he's way tired, just because of the stimulus of looking everywhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So we probably need to, a relaxing way, just take him for a
Well,
drive.
since we've had a house guest, we haven't taken him anywhere.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
I know.
Okay, so let's, with a little time, let me see if I've covered everything.
Boy, you're so good. Thank you. Thank you.
So for resource guarding, if you absolutely don't want me to fix it completely off, your options, I would say if he is already having something in his possession, if you feel like it's not the end of the world for him to have it, just let him play it until he's tired and kind of wean off and walk away, and just calmly go over there, pick it up.
Because he'll lose attention. He'll get distracted and
Yeah,
drop it. And
yeah.
that's what I've done with socks. I've put the one where, you know what, go ahead, chew the sock.
Yeah.
And then I come back and get it later.
I mean, I guess.
Unless he's gonna eat a paper towel, which, okay, give it to me. You can eat the piece that's in your mouth.
if that's really a concern, if there's something that you definitely need to get it out of his mouth, what I would suggest is you try to grab a whole lot of treats or a whole lot of food or whatever, just scatter it around, just drop it, just
Yeah.
rain it
We've done that
at a
before,
distance.
too.
You know,
No, not that.
Not
He's saying you
at
more.
times.
Yeah.
tons. You're like rain it. It's like
Yeah.
That
it's like
distracts
you.
them too.
It's like you flip a whole bottle of treat on the floor and then let him go pick those treat up while you calmly go over there and take whatever he has in possession because he had to drop it, right?
Okay.
So like just rain it.
Okay.
All the treats on the floor, then you go get it, and you can calmly take this stuff away. Never try to take anything out of his mouth directly. Okay? For your own safety,
Yeah.
for his well-being as well. Okay? So that I want to make sure I
Yeah.
cover. Let's see. No. And besides peeing in the bed, peeing inside and putting in the crate, you've never otherwise physically punished him, right? Spanking.
I've probably given him little
things like that.
Okay.
try to get his attention
The
more.
Caesar Milan.
Little try to get his attention, like, look, stop.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You know, because the thing you're doing, Caesar Milan says that it feels like the mother dog's biting in the
Yeah.
neck to discipline him. Do you know that Caesar Milan got a huge bite off of that
Yeah.
massaging? That's so gross.
Yeah.
It's so scary. With the yellow lab, right?
Yeah, I
Did you
saw
see
that one. That was his biggest bite. And then he, while his hand was bleeding, stared the dog down.
That was so scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
we would never recommend people doing that.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've already told people, like, the Caesar Milan
It
method.
doesn't do anything for him. It just
Yeah.
makes him worse. So.
Yeah. So the mainly is just getting him down, and like what I find is when I can get his collar
Mhm.
and I can get him down to pin, it's not pinning him right here, it's pinning him with the collar, and I don't even need to use pressure. It's like just him knowing my hand's there, he'll stay. And then I can release and I just sit here
You can just do feelings there.
and he'll just lay.
So that's good.
Even in anger, he'll just sit there.
That's an improvement, actually.
And sometimes he'll try to flip back, and I just calmly push his face. As long as I get his face down, it can stay calm. When it gets out of control is when he can get a grip on the hand, because then, of course, you're not too happy when you get bit. So you get a little mad.
He's probably hungry.
Yeah, I've tried to use different methodologies. When the only time you need to do that to him sounds like it's one, he's bothering your guest, or two, he's chewing something else, right? A better recall would definitely help, because if he's bothering your guests and you can definitely call him back, then he's not doing what
Yeah,
he
he
was doing.
doesn't come when we tell him to come.
No, we don't have. Yeah, and we don't
So
have
that's
to
another
pin
thing we
him.
need to work on is
Right.
to come, we need to
We
work
don't
on all
have to
the
pin him
basics.
when people are here. It's
No,
with
no,
us. He gets so antsy and angry that he'll keep.
But the thing is, if Riley's over here crawling on top of him and we say come, he's not
Yeah.
coming on. He's not listening to us. He's
No.
completely zoned in on you and he's not listening to anything we say. So he needs basic obedience.
Mhm.
We need to work on that more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, so like I said, if he can come when you call him to come,
that'd be great.
you wouldn't need to go physically.
Yes.
Right.
We need to physically go
Or
grab
sit
him.
when we say sit when people come in, that would prevent him from jumping, right?
And that's definitely workable.
Yeah, we can work on that for sure. Boy.
I'm gonna test the resource guarding as long as it's there. All right. So it's just a little time left. Let's work. Oh, there you go. I was gonna go grab it. Great. Oh, let's make one cone and take a look at your the crate upstairs.
Okay. Let me go. Is it in with all the other stuff?
Let me just leave my stuff here. Okay, it's already starting.
And here's his little cage at night.
Right?
Let's see. On this? Let's see. So this space, we're not shutting the door, okay? Just hold on and see. Just wondering, see if there's anything else happening besides the cone. Right now, we want to let him know that. Nope, nothing else.
He's waiting for the door to shut.
Just a yummy cone there. We're not doing anything. We're not separating you. We're not sleeping. That's the only.
I'm actually surprised he didn't carry it out, because a lot of times that's what he would try to do when we tried this in the past.
And go under the
things.
bed.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
He's waiting. Okay. Are you doing anything? No, you're not doing anything.
I know, he's so suspicious, see?
Yeah.
His
Enjoy
guard
the-
is up.
Enjoy the cone. Enjoy the cone. The good thing is he didn't just get the cone and step out. He actually.
I know, look at him, he's laying down.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, your dog's fixed.
No, I know. That's not the
Thank
case.
you so much!
Yeah, that's not the case. I know that.
But this is wonderful. This is great. This is great.
Good boy.
Yeah, that's the other long-term cone we have out in the whites in there. Not cone, but
Well, there's a treat still in there, I think.
There is?
Yeah, from a long time ago, he couldn't get it out.
Oh, the orange one?
Yeah.
but that one's the better kind.
Uh,
Because those blue ones, the lip is so small
uh-huh.
that we got the one for the 50-pound dog, and he just bloop, the whole treat out like that. It's supposed to last forever, and he just finds a way of flipping the lip. This one has such a strong lip, there's no way.
You're just smart. Dogs are just so smart.
Yeah.
Always surprises me.
Good job,
Good
Riley.
boy.
Yeah, so
Good boy.
occasions like this.
Should we give him a treat?
Yeah. if
Right
you
next to you, Kelly. You want to hand to me?
You can just drop it. Yeah, I can drop it in.
Good job, Riley.
Yes. Good.
Good boy.
Find it.
He'll find it. It smells like bacon.
That's good.
Good boy.
Oh, and one other thing, because knowing he has resource guarding issues, don't ever try to stick your hand into the crate and grab anything out of the crate. If anything, wait till he walks off, or having someone to bring it away from here.
Good
She'll
job,
take it.
Riley.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah, you fool?
Good.
Yeah?
Let's go.
Okay, you ready? Come on.
Let's go.
You gonna stay there?
You don't want to come
You
out
wanna
anymore?
stay? You wanna take-
Is that, I gotta come. Oh, hold on. I need to.
Brought it with
I need to get my cone with me.
I know.
Good.
Go ahead.
Good. That's awesome.
Come on, let's go.
This is really. He's still playing with it. Come on, Ryan. So that's good. Okay, you can stop the recording.
Okay, here you go.